Bring it down. Hey, happy Friday, happy Friday. It's your girl, Mysterious Jack, is coming to you live from the Good News Studio. You are now tuning to Ladies Night Radio Show. Ooh, you better give me applause. That was a great intro.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. I'm so excited today. I have a special guest that I cannot wait to share with all of you. And she brought a lot of good stuff in the studio, and she definitely brought her cards, her angel cards and her tarot cards, so that she can do some what do you call it? Some reads, I guess? Read your cards, readings. You can call in. The number is 323-900-0478. But it's going to be towards the end. Right now, we're not taking calls, so don't call just yet. And you know what? I forgot to check if the Skype was open, so I want to make sure that is open too. But yeah, once again, welcome to Ladies Night, everybody. Joining me in the studio, I got my she's running the board today for the first time in a long time. We got Crazy Maria in the studio.
Hey, everybody. I had to make sure my volume was up. Jackie was trying to sabotage me over here.
Make sure I thought you were going to press the air horn for yourself on that one.
You know what? I can't find it.
It's okay. I
got you.
There you go.
Yes, and let me go ahead and introduce my guest for tonight. And she is very kind. She has such a beautiful soul. I've worked with her in the past. We were partners in action at my old job. She's still there, and I don't know what I would have done without her. We killed it over there. We were a solid team, and our energies really reflect on each other, like the way that we are. We vibe. We have the same type of I want to say like the way that we think is like really similar. But yeah, let me go ahead and introduce the one and only Goddess Lore.
Hey, what up, guys?
Ooh, you better give her a round of applause. That's right.
Turn that shit up, Maria. Come on.
Wow.
Damn. We are not even 2 minutes.
Did she just boo you?
She's already booing.
Did she just boo you?
Someone take the White Claw away.
Wow. I'm just saying. Maria's having a ball over here with that.
This is going to be a good time.
It's going to be a great time. Yeah, once again, we are still in quarantine, baby. I want to say this is day 40. If I started, when did I say? 43 days. That I've been in quarantine for 43 days. Some of you guys have been longer. I know. Some of you have been shorter. My friend was like, I've only been in quarantine for like 2 weeks. I guess because of their jobs and stuff. Okay. But yeah, and so speaking of quarantine, I don't know if you heard what our funny ass amazing president said this week. I think it was yesterday he said it. I don't know if you guys know, but apparently he's giving advice that we should intake these cleaning products, the Lysol and bleach and I don't know what's going on.
He wants us white on the inside too.
Bruh. Right. And then today he was like, I didn't say that. I was being sarcastic. I didn't mean it.
He meant it.
Right.
He meant it. He's a disgrace.
Right. Yeah. I don't even take him serious. I know people still get like mad about it. And I do get mad about it, but it's more like, it's just like, I don't know. It's really sad. It's really sad. And this is our president, y'all. This is our president.
This is literally like the other side of the pendulum. We went from like excellence in Barack Obama to everything that is not excellent. Everything that is, I'm going to try to be nice. Everything that is not excellent, let's leave it at that.
You know who I'm kind of happy the way that they are dealing with things is the governor. Is it Governor
Newsom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how he's running
Future
it.
POTUS.
Yes. I was thinking the same thing. Yeah. I really like how he's handling it. And what I like about it, he's very honest. You know what I mean? He's not like sugarcoating it. He's like, look, I don't have all the answers, but as soon as I find the answers, I'm going to let you know. So
I think the governor of New York is also good, too.
Which one's that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah. He has his brother on.
Yes.
I was a newscaster. I swear to God, they remind me of like me and Maria.
I agree with that.
Like we're joking, but we're like low-key throwing in jabs in there. Like, oh God.
I think you told me about the people that were outside picketing that they wanted their hair and essential.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Go back to work and all that. And he addressed it yesterday. One
What did he
of the
say?
reporters asked him, and he said, Sure, there are a lot of essential jobs out here that are hiring right now. Why don't you, if you really want to get back to working, go work in one of these essential jobs. Like, Rouse is hiring, Target. Like, if you really want to go back and make some income, go, into one of these essential jobs and put your application in.
Yeah. That's just insane.
Let me go into the chat box real quick. Yeah. We have Alicia saying, "Yay, Lorde, Alicia." Let me not change her name.
Hey, sister vibe.
And we have Carla Mama in here says, "Inject Lysol and sit in the sun."
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
He did say that.
We have Keith up in here. Hey, Keith. Carla says, "Hot man in government." Yes. Newsom is
he is very handsome.
And so is Cuomo in a little Italian funny way. Yeah.
No, they are.
Oh, he could get it, huh?
He could get it. I think he's married, though. I don't say it like that.
He can get it.
Ooh. She can get it, too, if she wants
This is real shit. Like, us ladies, we can be so inappropriate. We just turn, like, the fucking politics into, like, hot boys.
I mean,
he's a hot boy. He can get it.
Yes.
He was getting some. Oh, I'm not gonna say that song.
Literally, I think Maria and I both started bouncing up on the same time on the chair.
Yeah, we had some built-in something.
Don't bounce too much on them chairs, okay? We can't replace them.
I don't want to break it.
But yeah, so. Once again, if you're just tuning in, we're going to go ahead and talk about self-care for our vaginas. We're going to be talking about Yoni eggs, and Goddess Lore is going to be doing some readings for either your angel cards or your tarot cards, but that'll be later on, and I will let you guys know when to call in. So write the number down now. The number is 323-900-0478. So yeah. And if this is your first time tuning in, you might need to pour yourself a drink because we get a little crazy up in here. And if you are just a returning lady lover, welcome. I appreciate you all. And, you might learn something new today. You'll definitely have a good laugh. But more than anything, I hope you enjoy the show. And if you do, share us with your friends. Invite more. We love more. Ladies' night is for all the ladies, okay?
Yes.
And the gentlemen.
And the men. Don't leave them behind.
No, we're not. We're not locking the doors on the men. They still listen. That's why I say it.
They do.
They love us. And you know what's funny? I was telling Maria, I posted the flyer with the picture. I don't know if you saw it. And I put like the topics, but like it was like a goddess pose, had like, magic coming out of the vagina, had a third eye and all that stuff. And I got a lot of responses on this flyer through messages, and they were all from men.
Right.
They were like, what? OMG. Like,
I love this. They got
WTF. And they were like so I don't want to say appalled, but like shocked that I posted such a picture of a vagina, but I'm like, y'all acting like you don't watch porn. Get out of my inbox. Like, stop it. Get out of here. How could you post a vagina on Instagram? Like, it's not a real vagina. It was like a drawn one.
It was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
And, hey, Jax, you mentioned that you might learn something. We could learn something from y'all too. If you have something to share,
definitely.
Hit us up in the chat box. Give us a call. Yeah.
So jumping into tonight's topic. But before we start the show, I just wanted to disclaim that we are not doctors. So, if you have more questions or want to know more stuff, definitely search it, Google, and ask your own doctors. But this is going to be coming from like our personal experiences, what we've learned, and just kind of girl chat. So that's what it is. We're just taking like, our own experiences and what we know about these products and stuff. But if you want more, like doctor recommended stuff, definitely call your own doctor. Just a disclaimer. All right. So now let's go ahead and dive into our first topic. You like that?
Let's do it.
Dive in. Here we go. So how can we... Yes, how we can self-care for our vaginas, aka our vajayjay. What do you guys call it? I call it vajayjay.
It depends on the situation.
I was just gonna say that.
I can't be like, eat my vajayjay. I'm like, you can eat this pussy or what?
Pussy.
Let's do it.
Oh, yes. I feel you.
Like,
I feel you.
Aggressive, Lorde.
It feels like it depends on the mood. I totally get that for sure. But I like, if it's just like talk like this, I'm gonna say vajayjay. So if you hear me say vajayjay, I'm talking about vagina. It's just I feel like so like medical term vagina. It's like I'm in middle school.
I feel ya.
So yeah, we do so much self-care on our hair, our faces, our nails, and so on. But what do you do for your girl down there? you know, your best God-given gift. What are we doing to take care of her? You know, she sometimes feels neglected and we got to show her some love. Do you talk to her? Give her some affirmations.
Like
you know what I mean? Like, do all of that. Like, yes, she's a miracle. She's like a creator, strong. And, you know, like, it's just beautiful. And I think that we sometimes forget that we also have to do self-care down there for many reasons. You know what I mean? One of them is hygiene, for sure. So I know that there are a lot of people that use products, but like as I was doing research, so I personally, I don't use a specific body wash for that. And I know that there's some people that do. There's like Summer's Eve. There's, what's another one? Vagisil, I think is another one. Is that another one?
That's another company.
Yeah. So there's like a lot of companies and that have it. And I know a lot of women, my friends, some of them use it. I personally don't, but I do use like the wipes, you know, like those wipes.
Honey pot.
Yeah, exactly. Those are all good to have. If you open up my, you know, bathroom, we have them in there. We have regular wipes and then we have, you know, feminine wipes. So I definitely do believe in that. Because you never know, like, especially if you're on the run or, you know, if you just got back from like,
gotta be fresh and so clean.
So first, you know, you got to stay ready.
Yeah, that's right.
So, do any of you guys use like feminine products in the shower for just your vagina, for your vajayjay?
So I can share my recent experience. I did start using like this foaming cleanser thing. I won't say the brand because I think just like with any other product, like your face, let's say we're talking about like washing your face, is not going to react the same. So your vagina is going to react differently also. And we know that like the vagina has such a delicate balance of, you know, hormones and everything that's got going on down there. So I did start using it. I used it for a couple of months. And then when I went back, they didn't have the one I was using. I was using like a sensitive one. And then I switched it up. And then it was like no good. I had to stop using it because I started having like these like symptoms where literally I went to the doctor for it and we couldn't figure out what it was. And
was it scented?
No, it actually wasn't. And it was like all natural products. But I think, you know, again, like let's say our flora and our fauna just changes so much, just like in your gut, right? Mm-hmm. Like it just changes so much. Maybe one day you'll be okay to use it. The next day you might not. Yeah. So I have since stopped using products.
Okay. So really quick, I do want to say, have you guys heard of the term the vulva? So the vulva refers to the outer parts around the vagina, such as the clitoris, the clitoral hood, and the inner and outer labia, which are the vaginal lips. And while you shouldn't wash inside your vagina, it's a good idea to wash your vulva, which is like the outer part of it. Right. And so that's when we refer to like washing or cleansing, that's what you should be doing. And I was watching some videos, somebody specifically used their face. They're like, imagine that my face is a vagina, yes. Right? Imagine that my face is a vagina. I'm going to show you how to wash it. And so she like pretends that she puts like, you know, the wash in her hands and she's like starts like rubbing it circle motion in like around her face. She's like, this is this. And then she was like, think of my nose. My nose is the clit, right? This is the clitoris. Okay. And then my lips are the lips. And then obviously inside is the, you know, the canal. But like literally she was showing you how to wash. And then I watched another, I think she was a doctor, and she said like the way that she washed is her, she actually washes inside, but she uses just water and like I believe she said Dove soap that she used. Like once again, like Lorda said, you know, find what works for you because you know everybody has their own allergies or your sensitive skin, so find what works for you. But like this person was using just regular soap and water, and she was showing that she would like the way that she cleans like one side, she cleans the other, and she said she cleans what is called the clitoral hood, and then she pulls back the hood and she cleans with water the clitoral. Right. So it literally, that's how her process of how she washes her vagina. And I never thought about that part as far as pulling back and cleaning like that part. I would like, you know, me personally, I don't like to use anything but like my hands. Right. And I read in there that you should, that's what recommended, either your hands or a washcloth, like a brand new clean washcloth. And just, they were saying warm water is enough because at the end of the day, you know, our vaginas can clean themselves. They have, I believe,
self-cleaning.
The Self-cleaning, exactly. So another thing that I was reading by the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists points out that your vagina cleans itself and keeps itself healthy by maintaining the correct pH balance and cleaning itself. So your vagina contains a lot of good bacteria, and these bacteria maintains the ideal pH balance in your vagina, which is slightly acidic, and the acidic pH makes it hard for bad bacteria to infect your vagina. So that's why it's important to not like use too many like soaps or washes down there. So if you do use it, try to use that just for the vulva, which refers to the outer part of the vagina.
It's like its own self-correcting universe.
Yeah, and these are things that the reason that I want to bring this up is because like I'm telling you, people just by me posting a picture of like a drawn, vagina, people were like, wow, I can't believe you posted that. So I already know like people are not comfortable talking and having these conversations, and it's really important because if you're not asking your mom, or you're not asking if you don't have sisters or close girlfriends, and you only see your doctor every now and then, like, who are you having these conversations with?
Right.
So it's important for us to share this knowledge, and don't be ashamed about it. Like, I'm making it really comfortable and normal for you guys to be able to talk about this. And if you don't have women to talk about it, you can always message me, email me at ladiesnightradioshow@gmail.com, or just send me a DM. Like, you don't have to feel embarrassed. There's no judgment zone here. And I want to make sure that we relay this information to the younger generation.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So
I got you too. DM me.
Yeah, that's right. Tell them, plug yourself out real quick.
So I just launched. Well, I'm launching right now, actually.
Yes, on Ladies Night, she's launching her
Ladies Night. I have a little baby IG site that I just started. It's been seeds planted for a while, but now I'm like, okay, you know what? It's time. This is taking too long.
I was so excited.
So y'all can follow me at Lotus Hustle. I'm on Instagram. And there's only like 3 posts on there, but
it's okay. You're
grow.
just starting. Exactly. So follow my girl. It's Lotus Hustle. Like Lotus the flower, right?
Yes, Lotus.
Do you want to spell it for them?
Sure. It's LOTUS Hustle.
Yeah, spell hustle for them, just in case people.
HUSTLE.
There we go. So it's all one word. There's no periods or nothing. Just all one word. Follow my girl, and she's gonna be posting a lot more information. She's awesome. So you're just gonna you're just gonna get a lot of awesome posts from her, and she's willing to answer any questions as well. All right, so let's go ahead and go into. So we talked about cleansing. Does anybody have any like questions, or is there anybody in the chat box any questions about cleansing, cleaning, shower? Outside the shower.
Yeah, I got Carla Mama in here. She said, "Touch the kitty."
Ooh.
When you ask what you call it, she calls it the kitty.
The kitty. That's right. The kitty cat. Okay, I see you. Another thing we're going to go ahead and jump into another self-care for yourself, for your vagina, for JJ, is waxing and shaving. Are you a waxer? Are you a shaver? Or are you just natural? What are you? You know what I mean? So when I was making some good money, I would love getting waxed. For sure. Waxing was my thing. Right now, trying to save. This quarantine's not helping. I'm definitely a shaver at the moment.
No, it's like she-wolf status.
Right.
Get that Loba life right now.
I can't.
Come out.
It just bothers me. But that's just me. And I know that like some people, they let it grow, and that's fine. But that's what I was asking. Right now in the quarantine, if you want to be natural, go for it. It's like a perfect opportunity to just let it grow out. But for some reason,
like your eyebrows. You're letting your eyebrows grow out right now.
And luckily, my eyebrows are not that bad. I don't grow a lot of hair in my eyebrows, thankfully. But yeah, I feel you. Some of them that are definitely growing out bushes.
Yeah, my sisters are like, "This is the perfect time for you, Lori. Let your eyebrows grow." Like, y'all suck.
Are you growing your eyebrows out?
I mean, I don't really grow a lot, like, on the end, so they're, like, really thin. I'm sorry. So it's not like I try to, shape them like a chola. That's just how they are. They're really thin on the end.
Same. Yeah, mine are pretty thin and short, so it is what it is. I don't put too much effort. I don't know how to do all that eyebrow stuff. Yeah. But anyways, going back to it. So Dr. Milheiser from healthline.com recommends using a gentle exfoliator on the vulva, not the vagina, in between waxing or shaving. Doing this 3 times per week will remove dead skin cells and help prevent ingrown hairs, she says. If you want to try this method, she actually names a few, like 3 items that she recommends that are all great options. And one of them is the Cetaphil's Extra Gentle Facial Scrub for your vulva. Simple Smoothing Facial Scrub. and La Roche-Posay's Ultra Fine Scrub. So those are the ones that were recommended by this doctor on healthline.com. And yeah, so what about you, Maria? You said you're letting it grow too?
Yes, I am. I mean, yeah, that felt like a truth or shot. Shit.
Okay, well, are you a waxer or a shaver?
No, definitely a waxer. I'm not a shaver. I'm very sensitive to anything that I put on my skin. So I have to be very careful with what products I use. So like earlier you asked what we use to like cleanse and all that. I don't really use wipes. I don't use any of that.
Yeah. They say that you shouldn't.
No, because it's bad for you actually. For your butt, yes, but for your private parts, no. What I do is I like to do a lot of soaking, but I also like to, like how you said earlier about just washing the outer parts, which are most important, and keeping myself clean. And that's it. But no, I don't. I haven't been shaving. So, for those of you guys that are visual people, good vision.
Don't visualize that.
For you.
I am too thick to be trying to shave. No, I got them thick thighs and big old booty. I am too terrified to put a razor anywhere close to that area.
Okay, question for you guys: have you ever heard of a J show?
Yes.
What were you gonna say, Maria?
I was gonna go into the chat box.
Yeah, what's going on in the chat box?
In here, Lily, that girl, she says your diet affects so many things inside and out of your body. Clean eating, clean pussy. Yes. Have you ever heard that pineapples in the morning before you eat anything makes your punani smell really, really good?
Yes, I've heard of that.
I've heard. They say that about semen,
I completely
about
agree
salmon?
Semen.
Oh, semen.
Salmon. Semen,
also known as cum.
Salmon.
Well, that's good. That's good for your face.
I like.
Did you know that?
Wait,
not to be nasty, but that really.
Did you catch her? She corrected my salmon into put salmon. Maria does this all the time, but that's a Spanglish in us. That's the Latinas in us that we put Spanish and English together.
That's literally how are you going to tell me
she corrected
how to pronounce something. That is how you pronounce it.
I was asking her if she said salmon, and you said no, salmon. Salmon or salmon?
That's salmon. Yes, exactly.
I always tease her about this, but you know what? It's fine. It's a Latina in us.
Whatever. Carla in here. Carla Mama says she's a shaver. She hates for the regrowth, so she don't like to see no pluck on there. She don't want to look like no pluck there. She wants to look like a pluck.
And I feel her on that. Definitely, that's kind of how I feel, like that sense. But I think that waxing is such a cleaner thing. But I'm just saying, like you can't go to get waxed right now, and I'm definitely not letting you wax me,
girl. You know I have the waxing at home.
Maria was like, we should go get the bring it down a little bit. Maria was like, we should go get the waxer and start waxing. And I was like, I'll just do like my lip and maybe my eyebrow. What is this? My sideburns, but nothing else. And she was like, I know you thought about waxing down there.
Hey, Courtney did it to Chloe before her wedding.
I could not.
Oh, goodness.
Let me tell you, and I'm not a Kardashian fan for you guys out there. I just remember saying that. But let me tell you this though: when you shave, don't you get those little prickly like a day or two after?
Yeah, that's why you shave daily.
Oh no! See, I couldn't deal with that. You wax that shit don't come out for like a good week or two.
I know, but we can't wax right now, and wax costs a lot of money. It's like anywhere from like $50 to $100,
depending
what you get and where you go.
Yep.
So
I actually do sugaring. So it's like
my friend started doing that one, the sugar wax kind of thing, right? It's like you put sugar. Yeah, my friend Crystal does that. Shout out to her. And she, I think, is the one that introduced me to it because she would show, not when they're doing it, but she would show the place. What were you saying?
No, Lily's on here. She says she trims.
Hi, Lily.
Shaving is awful, which I agree. I mean, have you ever cut yourself down there and you're like, shit?
Hell no. Did you just hear that I do not put a razor anywhere near
Well, I'm sure you did it once upon a time.
I have not
ever. Okay,
never.
Praises to you.
So
I'm a virgin then. Okay, I'll take that.
Really?
I need a V card.
So when you wanted to first like remove hair down there, who did you go to for advice?
I just did the trim thing.
Oh, you would just cut it?
Like, I was, in my mind, this might sound really bad, but I was like, I don't want to be looking like no little girl who ain't got no hair. But I went through this, like, phase where they were taking, like, everything off. Or, like, the landing strip or the whole business,
is
and I was
so
like, nah,
funny.
like I'm gonna just trim it. We good.
You know, my
Like-
girls cried when they first started. They were like, oh, no, like, oh my God, this is so ugly. Like, for them, it was the end of the world. And the fact that you were like, I don't want to look like a little
I'm
girl.
like, nah, this is wisdom and experience
I
right
feel
here.
you.
I have earned this
That's your
shit.
old
I feel
soul
you.
out there.
I feel you.
Definitely
So
is.
going back to Vagina, if you guys have never heard this, let me tell you what it is. So, well, depending on where you go to get one, a Vagina offers cleansing, exfoliation, ingrown hair treatment, and or removal, while others include abdominal. I'm always a tongue twister with this one.
Abdominal.
Abdominal massages. Massages. So first I thought I had to read that twice. I was like, wait, are they massaging the vagina? But no, it's the right above it. And then
What do you call that? There's a name for that.
I'm telling you, it's called Vagina. This is a
puffy part up there?
oh that well I don't know what that, hold on. That's
What?
another topic.
Because that's where you're
Vagina-
saying they massage, right?
Above
No, your abdomen.
Right
they
here.
massage your abdomen.
above
Oh, I
like
thought
under
that
your belly
part
button.
right above your vagina.
Vaginal steaming and the use of LED lights for antibacterial purposes. Vagina might also include a V mask, like a mud mask for one's vulva. Because remember, they put it on the outside, not the inside, or a high frequency wand to enhance blood circulation. So this procedure, while spa-like in nature, may also be used to treat vulvar acne and to help add moisture and hydration to the vulva. So that all can be in a vagina. So it's like a facial for your vagina.
And
That's
it's
what it
actually
is.
like an ancient like practice. It's not anything new. So back in the day, they used to do it, but they would do different types of herbs depending on what it is that they were, whatever the goal was.
Yeah.
They would use different herbs.
Have you ever gotten one?
I have not. It is definitely on my to-do list.
After reading this, I kind of want to. I've never gotten one. So if anybody out there has ever gotten a vagina, please let us know and tell me how your experience was. I would love to know. Because it's literally like a facial for your vagina.
like a steam.
That outer part.
The outer
Yes.
part, they don't touch anything inside. It's all the vulvar. But I will say this. I also read somewhere that some doctors don't recommend vaginas because they say vaginas put you at a heightened risk for infection, and vaginas can cause irritation or inflammation. There's also other things that they were naming that why they don't recommend it. But I mean, just think of like, okay, your skin down there on your vulvar is way thinner and more sensitive compared to our faces. So I get the concept of it. I still probably would try it. But just be aware that the doctors don't recommend it. And I had to put that disclaimer out
Yeah.
there as well.
I mean, I would say do your research on the spot where you're going to go to. You
Yeah.
want to definitely go to some place that's established, that they know what they're doing, that it's cleanly, that they can answer your questions thoroughly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's, yeah,
But
definitely.
I'm definitely down.
yeah, I would too.
wanna try
From all of those, which one would you get?
Oh, what? What do you mean?
Because they said depending on where you go and like what they offer different things for a vagina. Just like
Well,
how
I
you
don't have acne, so I wouldn't do that. I was like, what
You'd be
the
in
fuck is
trouble if you
that?
did.
I think I'd just go for like a cleansing. Just like give me a tune-up. Let's
Yeah.
see, what
I mean,
this
like-
does.
definitely the cleansing, exfoliation one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, these are all sound good. Okay.
Do they have a tightener?
Well, we're gonna
That's
get
what
into
I
that.
want.
We're gonna get into that.
That's the one I would go
And
for.
I just want to say before we continue, like I used to work in a reproduction clinic, so I have seen a lot of vaginas. Like, I have seen
Really?
a lot of vaginas. Yes.
What was the first time
They
like
are
for
all
you?
so different.
Yeah.
When I saw a vagina,
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so here's the thing. Let me go back a little bit. I was in high school. I want to say it was like biology class or something. I'll never forget. It was Miss Verk. She was my teacher, and she made some type of comment about like about your vagina, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" And she was like the anatomy of your vagina, and I was like, "I have no clue." And she's like, "Do you not know what your vagina looks like?" And I was like, "No, actually, I don't. Like, how would I know? Why would I know, right?" And she was like, you know what? And so she started asking all the girls around us. I went to all-girl high school, and everyone was like, no. And she was like, you know what? You guys go home tonight, and your homework is to sit in front of a mirror and look at yourself and look at your vagina.
Yeah.
Because, like, this is part of your body. You need to know. Just like you know every other aspect of your body, it's important to know. So it was, like, mind blown, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, am I really going to do this? So I was like, fuck it. And I did it. So I was like, okay. Kind of looking around, see what's what. You don't really know that much, you know, I guess.
And I'm so glad you brought that up, because that's something that I definitely had that I wanted to bring up is if you've never done that, if you've never gotten a mirror or sat in front of a mirror and looked at your vagina, you need to do that. Make that your homework tonight. Like, if you have to grab a drink, a wine, whatever, make it romantic for yourself. It's just you and your vajayjay. And look at it and look how beautiful it is. Everyone is different. No vagina is the same, and appreciate it for all of its imperfections as well. You know what I mean? But take care of it just the way that we're saying, giving you guys ideas. Take care of her, because you know she does a lot for you.
That's like your power source.
It is.
It's like your seat of power.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree for sure. And what were they gonna say? I don't know. But talking about, we're going to go ahead and jump into the next one, which is Yoni eggs. And what are Yoni eggs, right? So I'm not too familiar with Yoni eggs, and I know I've heard about them before. I think I heard them from, I forgot what actress. She was on like a late night show, and she was like, these are the Yoni eggs. And she's pretty much saying that there's 3 levels, and you can start with the biggest one, and you put it in, and it kind of helps. Well, this is from me, from what I'm thinking it is. It helps you like with your Kegels, and it helps, with other things. I'm not too familiar with it, which is why I definitely want to have Goddess Lore talk about that. So I see that you brought some Yoni eggs with you.
I did. I brought my set of Yoni eggs. I did not bring the one that I'm currently using. I left that one at home.
I was going to say, is it in you right now?
No, actually, I should have done that. I don't know why I didn't. That would have been. It would have been good.
So talk about what are Yoni eggs?
So Yoni eggs have been used for a very long time, and Yoni egg is basically supposed to be a physical representation of your yoni, which is like your womb, all of everything we've been talking about, your vulva, your clit. Maria's looking at me like, bitch, you massaging that egg? I sure am.
Have you seen them before?
Never. That's like, I'm trying to get the music going, and then I just happen to look to my right, and she massaging like they some real balls. And
So I started doing my research because, you learn that you have to keep yourself healthy, right? So Kegels is a way to do that, which are the exercises that strengthen your pelvic floor. And I just started Googling, and I found the Yoni egg, and I'm all about that crystal life, right? So when there was like, a crystal, metaphysical, spiritual, I was like, where do I sign up? Like, where do I buy that? And it's been actually kind of amazing. It helps in a lot of ways. This is another one where it's not quote unquote doctor recommended.
Right.
And I am in no way, shape, or form any type of professional having to do with Yoni eggs. I'm just speaking clearly on my experience.
Right.
But I got this set that was jade. And it does have a drilled hole in it, so that if you'd like, you can put either like hemp string, or some people use dental floss if you have a fear of not being able to remove the Yoni egg. So, some of us got a really strong grip game.
Ooh, yes, snap to that.
Okay.
One.
I'm just saying, get on that Yoni egg life, guys.
What?
But some people use that as a string, so that when they're done using it, they can just gently like pull it out. Other people, like, you just have to maybe like sit or squat. Or I remember the first time I used something similar. I used it was Benoit balls. One of my sisters was selling like sex toys and sex products, so I got the Benoit balls, which again are to strengthen the pelvic floor. I put them in. It's 2 balls. And so I was done doing my exercises, and then I was only able to get one out. And so I couldn't get the other one out. And so I started stressing, which is like the worst thing you can do when you have anything inserted in your vagina that you're trying to take out.
Oh, my God.
Is tense up. So I called my sister, who sold me the Benoit balls, and I was like, bitch, what do I do? I'm freaking out. Like, what? And she's like, just get in the shower, relax, just act like no big deal. So sure enough, I did. Got in the shower, relaxed, and then it just came like right out.
Oh, it just came out
by itself. Yeah.
Interesting.
Now with the Yoni egg too, like you do, you just put some pressure and you put your hand to catch it and it comes out. Also, sometimes if you're wearing it and you forget, it's happened to me. I go to the bathroom and then you just hear the like clank in the toilet. I'm like, damn.
That's your own shit. So
What?
go back in there.
No, girl. Stop shit. Let's get her back.
I mean, whatever.
Put a
it is.
picture of it like, Lonnie's out here taking the shit, yo.
I ain't gonna tell nobody else.
Whether it's piss or shit, it's your own stuff. So
True. I'm not
Still, I
opposed to
cannot.
that. It's fine. I gotta fish the egg out.
Right.
But then, you wear it and you wear it throughout the day. There are specific exercises that you can do. There's classes that you could take. And it kind of becomes like a part of you. I think that's one of the beautiful things about crystals is that you exchange the energy with it.
Yeah.
So it becomes a part of you. So that's why this is the egg I used to use. So I'm massaging it like, hey baby, I missed you. Like, it's been a minute.
So you've moved down to the second stone.
I've moved down to the second stone, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Has
It's fun, guys.
Has it ever fallen out? Like,
Yeah.
I know that, like, it happens a lot. Like, it just falls out because people are still getting used to it and working on it.
Just when I go to the bathroom because you're
Okay.
like sitting and you're opening up. So that's been the only
So
time.
the way that you take it out is by just, you with your muscles, you're pushing it out.
Yeah,
So you don't, okay.
you
don't,
could just like lift your leg
you don't have
up.
to dig your finger in there and grab
I
it out.
mean, you can if you start feeling like, oh my god. You could gently put your finger in, and then you kind of feel it's so weird now. Like I'm making the connection because it's like you're birthing it in some ways. Like you put your finger in and you feel it, and you just feel like your body like pushing it out. It's kind of intense.
Yeah.
and great.
You don't feel, like, scared that it goes too far up or something?
No,
No?
I mean,
Okay.
that
would be my fear,
not
but-
me.
But...
I want to add one more thing, like about the Yoni egg that I wasn't expecting when I started using it. I started using it, and then maybe like a week or 2 weeks into it, I started having this amazing healing happen. Geez, let me think of the time frame now. It would be about almost 7 years ago that I went through a miscarriage.
Oh, wow.
And using the Yoni egg, I feel like it has really helped heal from that trauma because it was a trauma.
Wow.
And even like that was like an unexpected, unintended, I don't want to say consequence, but of using it. Yeah, absolute pro. Like it was really beautiful because she just started just being in my consciousness like so much more, and I was like, baby, she's everywhere, like what's up? And then I was like, oh my god, it's through my like Yoni egg. So it's like this beautiful healing that happened along with it. So people do use Yoni eggs also to heal trauma. So many of us have experienced trauma. I won't get into, all the ways or whatnot, but, we also go through shame. Shame is like really big, especially when we're young. It's like, don't touch yourself. Don't do that.
Right.
Don't. Everything is about like, don't.
Yeah.
And so like my experience was literally, I think it was like a week before I got married, was the first time my mom ever talked to me about sex. And she was like, may she rest in power. Bad bitches.
Hey.
She told me, she's like, masturbate every day and watch movies because you need to know your body. And I was like, yo, I'm getting married in a week. Where was this information?
Oh my God, I totally forgot to say.
A minute ago.
Yes, that is so true.
Yes.
Definitely masturbate and get to know your body and get to know what you like, what you...
So important.
Yeah. Can you put her headphones down? I think she's the number 3. No, not her mic. Her headphones is that black box. Yeah, put her down a little bit.
Is that
Yeah,
better?
is that better for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Definitely masturbation is a great way for you to get to know your girl down there.
Yeah.
And if you don't know how to please her, how do you expect other people to know how to please her?
I was going to say,
same.
listen, shout out to the men out there because they really do get a bad rap for like not knowing their way around the clitoris.
Yeah.
But I mean, if we were really honest, how many women know their way around a clitoris?
Yes.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
Like, how many women, we talked about, like, do you know what yours looks like?
Right.
Yes, no. We have this idea of, like, what it's supposed to look like because of the images that we've seen, and that's usually in, like, porn.
Right.
Which are, like, doctored or altered or whatever. I know
Right.
they have, like, surgery. But there's so many different shapes and sizes to vaginas, and you should just love it for,
Yeah.
like, whatever shape it is. You know?
Yep.
And I do also want to say, this just popped in my mind. I can't remember who it is that I follow, but she was talking about also like women experiencing shame who don't orgasm during intercourse. And so she was talking about how it has to do with how far your clit is from like the entrance to your vagina, that it's more of like a physiological thing. It's not necessarily like a, you know, some of us need manual stimulation to come every time.
Yeah.
And that's okay too.
Or can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Low? Or just knowing like the positions, right? Because yes, like you say, all of our vaginas are different, and that's one thing that as a woman I had to learn. You know that normally when when you first start having sex, you allow the man to pretty much take over throughout the sex. I don't know about you guys, but that's what type of young girl I was. Well, not young girl, but woman I was. But yes, as you learn about your body, as you said, you start learning that, you know, different positions also help out with that part. So you don't have to masturbate throughout the process. You just have to put in the work.
Right, I agree.
Wait, you don't
Why
have to
are you looking at me
masturbate
crazy?
for what process?
While you're having sex. 'Cause
Like
she said,
manual
you
stimulation.
You're
Oh,
manually,
I see.
you know.
Okay. I thought you
So-
meant like in general. So what do you mean we don't know how to
you're not putting
masturbate?
in the work, girl.
Let us masturbate.
Let us masturbate.
That's a whole different topic that I feel too. I mean, masturbating is good, but not all the time. I feel.
No.
Oh, girl.
Because as a
we
woman,
need
I
to
feel that
talk.
it takes away from when you are having sex.
Oh no, girl! It just
I don't know, I feel-
enhances. Well, in
Not
my
while
experience,
you're having sex. Like I'm just saying, like when you're at home and if you masturbate too much and then you like have intercourse, I feel like you don't come as like it's just not the same. You don't come as often. So I try not to. You guys are looking at me crazy,
I
but
see.
that's just how
I
am.
mean, that's your
I don't-
experience.
I
Like,
don't do too much.
yeah.
of
No, I'm
masturbation.
on the complete opposite end of that spectrum.
I wanna make
I'm like,
sure.
the more you explore, the more you learn about yourself.
Yeah.
And there's also that piece, right, that we think about like masturbation or we think about sex sometimes as just like utility, you know, like, I'm not feeling good or I want to go to sleep. Let me just rub one out real quick so I could go to sleep.
Yes.
And we take the whole spiritual piece out of it. Like
Yeah.
we take that connection away, that because what it really is, it's like it's coming back to yourself. It's really connecting with yourself
Right.
on a deep level.
We have some
That is-
people
that
in the
is
chat
deep,
box.
girl.
Lily,
What's the chat got going on?
Liz, she said doggy, and AE, I'm not sure what that question.
She said doggy?
I'm assuming that she
What
said
question was that?
doggy based on like when the conversation happened about the clitoris being far and
Oh,
saying
okay,
that
okay.
you have to put in the
I
work.
see it.
That's
Oh,
probably
the
work.
position?
Yeah,
Doggy
that makes her-
style. maybe.
And
Yeah.
Paisa Lives Matter says you got to pace yourself. And yeah, I agree. I mean, you don't too much of anything isn't good for you. That's just
Yes.
an easy answer for you. Oh, I'll have some more over here.
Okay, remind me who Paisa Lives Matter is.
He's
Is that-
Javi. His name is
Oh,
Javi.
yes, I
He's
know
my
Javi.
best friend.
Okay, Javi,
Yes.
if that is true,
Husband.
more power to you. He says he connects with his wife at least 3 times a week.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
Is that just
shit.
while we're quarantining, or is that like on a regular basis?
Good
I
question,
mean,
Maria.
you know, when you're ripping and running, I know that they both are, have their own companies or have their jobs going, and then you have the kids. Do you really have time for that?
They actually make a really enough I always see them like on date nights. They make it a point to go on date night like at least once a week. So
What's his wife's name?
Cynthia,
Yeah.
that's my best friend.
What's her? Who is that? Baby Rose? Is it?
Yes,
Okay, I
yes,
remember
yes.
them. I met him at your birthday party.
Yes, you
Yeah.
did meet them. That's right. So that's awesome. That's definitely it. So we are kind of running short on time, so I definitely want to go ahead and move forward to our next one. We're going to go ahead, before we read your angel cards or your tarot cards, I'm going to play a quick truth or shot game with
Oh,
you.
shit. Okay.
So you already got your shots, you got our drinks, I got a tequila over here. And all right, so you'll go first. Are you ready? Dun,
Let's
dun,
do it.
dun. All right, truth or shot, Goddess Lore. How many times have you masturbated today. I was gonna say quarantine, but I was like, nah, that's gonna be a lot to count.
Today.
I'm gonna say, oh no, I was
We're just
gonna
gonna multiply that.
I was
when
gonna
she
say
gets
this week, and I was like, no, I'm gonna be specific. Today.
Okay, so it's kind of an unfair question because I'm kind of in the middle of a 30-day masturbate every day situation.
Really?
So, but
Where was this challenge? I didn't get tagged on this challenge.
I should tag you guys. Well, I just got my crystal. That's right.
I'm sorry, I had to get it right.
I just got a crystal dildo, and that's like opening
Ciao.
up my everything. Let's put it that way. So it's like, I wonder how I would feel if I masturbated every day for 30 days. So I did masturbate earlier today.
Nice. I like
Cool
that.
hour.
I love that.
so,
So you're like,
yes.
come on, girl, it's time.
Oh yeah, we sleep together every night. She is my best friend.
Hey.
That's another good question. What time of the day is best for you where you feel more connected with yourself to do that?
Oh, that's a good question.
I mean, it depends. If I have my kids with me, obviously once they're asleep.
Once they're done.
I mean, or in the shower, I guess that counts too. But, yeah, mostly like once they're down. But honestly, it really depends. I literally texted my friend yesterday, like, this is going to sound really bad. But I was like, one of the downsides of working at home is like, don't masturbate in between Zoom meetings.
You tried that?
Girl, no. I had to stop myself.
I feel you.
Actually, I'm going to be honest. I did do it once, and I was like, I can never do this again. Because I was like, okay, if I just rub it out, I'll be done, right? No. Like, I am a marathoner, so it just made me more excited and, like, just wanting to, like, do it more.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, fuck this. I cannot. Like, no.
That is so fucking crazy.
Yeah, it happens.
I mean, just imagine yourself on the other side of that computer talking to Lode like,
No,
yeah,
she's not doing
fire.
it. She's not doing it while on Zoom. See, you're not listening. She said in between Zooms.
In between, girl.
Not during.
I'm not that freaky. You got to put some coin in if you want to see that.
Oh my god.
Wait, I'm gonna make sure I chat you.
You are a hot mess. All right. Maria, crazy Maria, you ready?
Oh, okay.
Truth or shot? You ready? What is the name of the person you lost your virginity to? You can either answer it or you take a shot.
Oh, damn.
They're
Take a
not
shot.
listening.
Oh, you never know. And I'm not gonna. No, hell no.
All right.
That was in the past.
All right.
It was the
All right.
worst time of my life.
One more truth or shot.
You could have gave me a better question.
I know. I was just messing with you. All right. Here's another one. What's
Nosy ass.
She probably knows the answer already.
No.
What?
I mean, I'm sure she probably has an idea.
No, I do
but
know.
no.
You told me.
Okay,
You've told me.
Okay.
Oh, I just had it in the tip of my tongue right now. The question
Who's
I was
it
going to ask
for?
you.
Okay, Lord, think of a question to ask her, okay?
It's for you. I'm going to ask
for
you
me.
the
Okay, but
question.
you think of a question to ask her.
Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Truth or shot, Maria? Have you ever sent a full frontal nude?
Of course. I've been married for how many years? Plenty of them. While at work, go in that restroom, go in the stall, take a few little snap.
You didn't let me
Is that
finish.
what you were doing when you were in the bathroom at work?
You didn't let me finish the question.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Then.
And sent it to the wrong person.
Oh, hell no. I've gotten scared. Like, oh my God, who did I send this? No. I've never done
Oh, okay.
That's some
That's
scary,
some scary shit for real.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Like today,
Oh,
I was
no.
like, I was gonna send it to. I did something and I was like, okay, I need to hide this, put this away. And so when you click the little button to be like send, all like everyone the last people you texted like pops up on your phone. I was like, oh shit, how what?
That's so funny.
No, you know what
Scary.
the scariest thing is for me is that I have sent like messages in a group chat thinking I'm sending it to just that one person that's in the group chat. And that is the scariest thing for me.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So as we're coming close to the end of the show, I'm going to go ahead and have Lore read Maria's cards. Maria, do you want your angel cards read or do you want your tarot cards read?
What's the difference?
So they're very similar. Tarot cards can be a little bit more specific and you have to be a little more intuitive and thoughtful. The angel cards are a little bit more straightforward. I think for people who aren't really exposed to like the tarot cards or mysticism, angel cards just feel safer. But these are definitely a little bit more straightforward.
You know, I don't. I am God's child, and not putting nothing against you, but I just feel like that's going to open up a bag.
You don't want your cards to read?
I get so scared.
Not even the angel cards?
I mean, it's up to you. It's your comfort level. You know, so
okay. How about I go first?
So
okay, you go first.
I'll go first.
Can I do? I do want to give a disclaimer too that like these are tools for us to use. They're not things that are set in stone. They could be things that are set in motion at the specific time of your reading. It doesn't mean that this is like your life unfolding and there's nothing you can do, you know, to change it. Absolutely
I'm so glad
not.
you said that, because I remember one time I talked to you about, I don't know if you remember, at my uncle's house, we had this girl read our cards or whatever. And she told me that I would get divorced or get married and divorced like 3 or 4 times. And that stuck with me. And then I remember I talked to you about it and you're like, that might have been at that time. And I was like, girl, I was like 14 or 13. And she was like, but when things happen in the universe, things shift and your future can change. So any little thing that you do, like coming out this door,
right,
you can change your future. So it just depends. And so I agree. And ever since then, I've been a little bit more at ease. And then I definitely don't believe like all that stuff. Like I believe that things can change in your future.
But that's another question. Do you have to be a believer when you do these type of things?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like gravity. You don't have to believe in it for it to be real. It's whatever's going to resonate with you.
Yeah.
So another thing about the tarot or about like divination or oracle cards also is, many years ago, they were a lot more accurate because of where we were, like, on a conscious level.
Yeah.
Like, collectively, people were stuck in their patterns for longer periods of time. These past years, I would say maybe, 5 years or so, people are evolving at a pace that is, like, extremely quick.
Yes.
Compared to the past. So let's say 10 years ago, you would get your cards read, and they would be, they could be, like, extremely accurate, again, because you're stuck in the pattern. So there's not going to be a lot of movement, right?
Right.
And now that's something that is just, we're in a place where we can, like, accelerate through patterns,
yeah,
or grow on a conscious level, that they're not as, let's say, accurate as they would have been, you know.
Right. Okay, read mine then. I'll do my cards.
You want to do
I'll do the angel cards.
All right, let's do
I'll do the angel cards.
You know, it's funny.
If you guys want to get your cards read before we get off air, please call us right now. The phone line is open, 323-900-0478.
I hadn't used these cards in a minute, and I know you like them, Jax. We did these years ago.
Yes.
And so I meditated with them before the show, and I pulled a card, and the card for me was like,
sorry, that was me.
on.
That was me. I was doing a test run.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, angels.
Yeah, and I remember the first time that you did the angels card was after a certain situation that I had. And shout out to my roommate at the time, Sharika. I woke her up at 3 in the morning, like knocking on her door. Like I was like, Sharika, I don't know what's wrong with me. Like I literally, so what happened was I was laying in bed and out of nowhere I woke up, but like I felt weird. I felt like it was an outer body experience. I felt like I was floating in a way, like my body, my soul came.
Comiste mucho antes de irte a dormir.
I knew she was gonna say something
You
stupid.
had some sandia?
My soul came out of my body, and I guess when I woke up, I grabbed it back, and it came back, and so when I woke up, I felt that tingly process of my body, my soul returning back to my body, and it felt weird because it felt like, you know, that tingly feeling you get like when you like smoke weed or whatever. Like it felt like that, and I didn't smoke, I didn't do no weed, I didn't do no drugs, nothing. And I felt that type of like tingly feeling, and I was like, and it wouldn't go away. It was like for like a solid 20 minutes, maybe 15, and I felt weird, like from the tip of my fingertips to like everything, my face, it felt tingly. It felt like, and I could have sworn I woke up and my soul was out of my body, and it like I pulled it back into. I didn't like literally pull it, but like it felt like me waking up pulled my soul to come back into my body, and I freaked out. I woke up my roommate at the time, and she's like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "I have no idea. I feel weird. I feel funny." And then I told this to Lore, and she ended up reading my angel cards at that time, and it had helped. So, all right.
What did it say?
I forgot at the time.
Oh, okay.
I have a bad memory.
I can't remember right now either.
What? Just real quick before you start, what does Paisa mean when he says, the lady who uses or used to say that was the number one hustler?
What? The lady who used to say that was the number one hustler. I don't know who he's talking about, but okay, go ahead.
Okay. So literally the intention that I use right now, I think in the interest of time, was just what is the message that you need in here right now. And so the card that we pulled was God Box. So it says the angels want to relieve you of the burden of worry by giving you a physical method to release your cares to heaven. Write down your prayer requests or worries for divine intervention. It's an effective way to work in partnership with God and the angels. You can write something short or lengthy and will receive the same results. What matters most is that you write from your heart and then give the paper to heaven symbolically, either by burning it to release it, putting it in the freezer, which stops the situation from processing, burying it, which helps with emotional healing, or putting the paper in a God box. So your action steps would be, God boxes are time-honored tools for gaining peace of mind and answering your prayers. If you don't already have a container specifically used for a God box, now is the time to buy, make, or design one. Choose an ornate container that evokes a sense of the mystical or majestic. For instance, a royal purple box, hey, Prince, or one decorated with crystals may speak to you. Ask your angels to guide you to a wonderful God box and then follow their guidance to find or make the container that's right for you. Place your God box where you can easily see and have access to it.
I like that God box. Okay.
Do you have something worrying you? Something on your mind?
I do. Yeah, definitely have something, a situation that I need to handle or deal with or communicate, and I've just been prolonging it. I've been not dealing with it. So but it stays on my mind. So it definitely matches with what's going on in my life.
Yeah. It's like
That's
give
crazy.
it to God.
Give it to God.
You know,
Yes.
Yeah, give it to God.
Give it to God.
Yeah.
Or the universe or whatever way you want to,
Yeah. What about you, Maria? You don't want to do your angel card? Put down the music a little
We
bit.
ain't got a pressure.
Oh, that's
I'm not
somebody's
trying
calling.
to pressure
Press the
you.
green. Yeah.
We got a call.
Thank you.
What?
You have to press the green on the top corner, on the corner of the screen. There you go. Thank you for tuning into Ladies Night Radio Show. Who are we talking to? You might want to put the music down.
This is Javi.
And stop the music and then push number 9 up.
Oh, give us a sec. Hold on, honey.
Maria's running the board today. Crazy Maria is running the board. So
Give it up.
There we
No
go.
wonder.
whoa.
Whoa.
He said-
Javi coming in strong.
He said no
How
wonder.
you coming in with that manly Gary Brown voice or whatever?
Gary Brown? Who's Gary Brown? you
his
mean
name?
you mean Barry
Barry
White?
White.
Gary Brown.
Gary Brown.
Old friend from high school.
That sounds like a
yeah.
city councilman.
Gary Brown.
Member.
Vote for mayor.
Old friend from high school.
Gary
Yeah.
Brown.
That was his
What's
whole-
up, Javi?
his
Do you want to
voice
get your angel cards read or your tarot cards read? Am I saying it right? I say tarot.
Tarot.
Tarot, yeah.
Is it tarot or tarot? How do you say it?
Tarot.
Tarot cards or your angel
Or
cards.
tarot.
Tarot. I would like my tarot cards read.
Okay.
Okay.
She is
Please.
opening up the tarot cards just for you. Do you have to ask him a question? Like, do you what's on your mind, or like your love, your
it's
success, your career? What?
I would say it's up to Javi.
Okay.
Like in his, if he wants to keep it private, if he wants to share. I mean, it's kind of up to
No.
him.
But he can ask a
I
specific
wouldn't
question.
say I have any worries in particular. I guess maybe I'd like to know more about like my future and stuff like that.
Oh, I don't know about that.
He needs to have like a specific,
Give a specific topic.
like work,
Oh, like a
career,
specific-
family.
okay. You know what? How about there's something that right now we're dealing with, and yeah.
You don't have to say it out loud, but think it. Have it in your mind.
Yeah, so you can bring
Yeah,
it to
you
the
can
universe.
think
I
it.
got it. I got it.
How much time do we have?
You're fine. We can finish his reading. We
So
can.
we could do a 1 card or a 3 card.
Okay.
Whatever you want, Jackie. We can keep it short and sweet.
No,
actually.
no, no,
You know
it's
what?
fine.
I got some steaks on the grill right now, and I'm trying to.
Just so you
Hey.
know, shout out to Miss Liz. She gave you a name, honey, Miss Cleo.
Miss Cleo. No,
There you go, Miss
this is
Cleo.
Goddess
That was what I was
Lode.
saying. She's the number one hustler.
She's gonna be the she's the number one hustler.
Get
She's
your
go-
coin.
She's gonna be the new Miss replace. Well, no, not replace, but like the new
I'm not replacing no one.
Wa-
I'm brand new.
brand new.
I'm
New and
like
improved.
fresh on the scene.
Hey,
the Walter
put that
Mercado
to the universe.
female version.
Now that's what I was thinking. Walter Mercado, mucho amor.
Mucho amor, con
Oh,
mucho
that's
amor.
Right. If you do it with love, that's what counts.
Exactly.
Hey, I love that. That's a good motto right there.
All right.
All right, so I'm thinking about something. Then I got it in my head.
Okay, Javi. So I split the deck into a stack of 3. So I want you to tell me which stack you want to be on top. 1, 2, or 3. Number 1 is a stack on the left-hand side.
Number 1.
And then what do you want for the middle?
3 and then 2.
Gotcha. Okay.
Well, 2 in a minute.
We have time for 3 jacks?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
we do 1?
Yeah.
Okay. Is this Paisa, Javi?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, I don't know if you guys want to take a picture of it and then send these. These are actually like brand new cards. My sister Liz gifted them to me for my birthday. So,
Perfect. Thank you.
we're going to you're actually the first person that I read beside myself. So, look at that, Javi.
All right.
Okay. So the way that I did the spread is past, present, and future. So for your past, we have the Ace of Wands. So that card has to do with illumination and inspiration, pure potential. It's saying go for it. So awaken your unlimited potential and step into your personal power. All the signs are clear for you to move forward. Just move forward unapologetically to chase what it is that you want. It says to take up as much space as you need. I feel like I don't know. Do you need that kind of affirmation, Javi? Because I feel like you're pretty strong in like how you feel and what you say, at least from the few interactions that.
Yeah, no, I definitely am. That's for sure.
Yeah, so it's saying that you could basically, if you set your mind to it, there's nothing that's going to hold you back. It's also saying to use your instincts over your intellect. So, like, don't let, like, your monkey mind get in the way of the things that you want to do. It says that there's a lot of
Well,
inspiration.
I like that 'cause you know what? That definitely, I think, applies to me more because I never was much of an intellect as far as a bookworm and things like that. I've definitely have done well more because of my instincts than because of my ambitions.
Yeah, that's great. And the more in tune you are, that's all the better, because it all depends of what you value, right? Like a lot of people do value intellect or book smart or whatnot, and I'm using that in air quotes. You guys can't see me, but it really is about trusting yourself and what you feel is right. So again, this is just about trusting your intuition and what it has to say, and go all in with your manifesting for your desires. It says it's going to take you to the next level with the fiery ambition, and you just got to let it burn. Like that joint. Let it burn.
Just like Usher. I like it.
That's right. I love it. You got to sing for us a little bit. Okay, let's see.
Okay.
Sing for your next card.
Let it burn.
I kid, Javi. It's a tequila. Okay, so your present, what it's showing is the Knight of Pentacles. So this card is about harvest, dedication, and your routine. Slow and steady wins a race. Wow, another thing that reminds me of Usher, huh? Nice and slow. It says that you're a true believer in tried and true methods. So the Knight of Pentacles is somebody who moves forward with patience and reliability. Routines make progress, and you make strides little by little, day by day. You're trustworthy in your approach, and you follow it step by step. Practicality rules decision makings, and you prefer to play it safe. Duties lie toward responsibility and commitment, fully dedicating yourself to managing the minute details to get your plows running. So it's about incremental progress is satisfactory. since you know that this is proof that your strategy is working. There's no stopping the Knight of Pentacles. He knows what he wants and will not stop until he gets it. Stay true to your noble vision, and you'll eventually see the results. I'm liking this, Javi. Don't stop me now.
I like it. Yeah,
Don't
it looks like I picked really. I picked well. All right.
Not that you pick well, right? It's really talking to his character, I would say.
You know, it's funny. I was going to say at the beginning of the show when Jackie introduced me and it was like, Goddess Lore, and we could learn something, you could learn something from me. And I was going to say at the beginning of the show that the best goddess advice is about trusting yourself and trusting your instincts.
Agreed.
It's not about looking to somebody who has a title, who may feel superior in any way. Although I am a goddess, it doesn't mean that I'm superior to anybody else. Hey. But it seems like, yes, it's talking about like your character, and it seems that you are someone who is very in tune with your instincts. And moving forward, were you on did he call the last show?
Yes.
We were talking about quarantine and he's talking about routines and stuff. I remember that.
Yes, he did.
Okay. Routines are working for you.
Hey.
Maybe not for your kids.
Not for your kids.
I call in every week. It's kind of like a therapy session for me. To,
I love it. I love it.
I love you, Javi.
Yes. And with Cynthia, so you know.
You see what you do to people's lives, Javi?
You so dumb. I mean, we are here to like speak on behalf of the ladies and give more input, and that's why the fellas like to listen, because it's inside the mind of a woman. So it's good to know these things.
Yes, keep it up, Javi.
I like that,
keep calling ladies' night. Okay, so the final card is the Hanged Woman or Hanged Man. This card's about sacrifice, impatience, and suspension. So suspended in time when things are up in the air is a stage where you feel stuck between the momentum of the future and the speculation of the past. Delays and indecision are to be expected, and it is in your best interest to prolong any decision making. Think outside of yourself and try your best to see the big picture. This inconspicuous small moment could bring big impact. Feeling stuck with nowhere to go is a temporary feeling. Constant activity keeps the ego busy, but by practicing patience, you are allowing other opportunities to unfold for you. Give yourself permission to receive. Delay the instant gratification and put in the time and effort so that you can see your big vision come to life. Ask yourself what tiny thing you can give up now to get to the end goals. Sacrifice small pleasures to invest in your long-term success.
Wow. Okay.
I gotta say, I love these cards. You said eagle right now too, right?
Yes, she did.
All right. That's just something I'm gonna keep for myself. But I feel like these cards really are speaking to me, and that's like no joke.
That's awesome.
All right,
sure.
Javi, I love it.
That is. So we are running out of time, and I know there's more people that want to do it. So how about this? Jump on my live. I'm going to jump on my live. We'll take a few calls on my live, on my Instagram live, and I will have Goddess Lore read some more cards, because I know there's people that are texting me that want to do it. So I actually have to end the show where this is our time. I know. But join us every Friday night at 7:30 for more fun with the ladies. But I also want to say thank you, Javi, for tuning in every Friday and for supporting us. And I'm glad you got to get your cards read. You happy with the results?
Yes, thank you. Love the show. Keep doing what you're doing. It's always have a good time listening. Thank you. Especially during this quarantine, we need all the entertainment we can get.
That's facts.
With you girls.
Definitely.
Hey,
thank
Javi,
you.
Think of me in your next barbecue. I heard y'all got a pool.
I posted that. I was like, next time I go, I want my steak.
Thank you so much. I'll be on the chat live afterwards, Jackie.
All right.
Awesome. Thank you, Javi.
Thank you, Javi.
Love you, Javi.
Stay safe out there.
All right, love you guys.
Love ya.
All right,
bye.
Bye. Bye.
So that kind of wraps up everybody's time. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people want to do it. But once again, I'm going to jump on my Instagram live. If you guys want to hear more, if you want to get your cards read, follow me at mysterious.jax, and I'm going to go live, and you guys can get more your cards read. So before I end the show, I also want to say, about today we talked about our, about self-love, self-care, our vaginas, the yoni eggs. But I also want to say you are perfect just the way that you are. Your vagina is your portal to the divine feminine, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with it the way that it is. And don't let anybody tell you different, okay? So take care of that vagina. and it's your job to make sure that it is safe and
Love it.
loved
Nurture
and
it.
appreciated and nurtured
Yes.
for sure. So really quick before we leave, definitely give some cheers if you want to give a cheers to anything in your life, someone, or something that happened to you. Lore.
Whoa. Like something recent? Like,
Yeah, just something in your life you just want to give a quick cheers to.
oh man, I never thought I would say this, but cheers to quarantine birthdays. It was my birthday on Monday, and just so many beautiful fucking people in my life surprised me with a birthday parade. And it just really touched me. I wasn't expecting it. I was secretly wishing and hoping that it would happen, like us tourists do. But I was just so blessed to have that parade. And then I had like a Zoom call, and as people were getting off the Zoom, they were texting me like, oh, all those amazing people are a testament to like who you are. And I felt like really blessed. And I thought,
I jumped on that live towards the end, and I'm not your live, your Zoom call, and you just have a very good like spirits around you. You attract that. And I think you and I are similar in that way. We attract, because at the end of the day, that's who we are. And people want to be around that more. So, but also protect your energy.
Yes.
Don't let people suck your energy out or, take advantage of it. Shield and ground for sure. Maria, is there anything you want to give a cheers to, Crazy Maria?
I just want to thank God overall just for blessing life, blessing my family, blessing me to be able to fly out to Atlanta and get my child and bring her back.
Yes.
Piggybacking on what you just said, you girls give amazing energy to Mother Earth. So because you girls give amazing energy to Mother Earth, it gives it right back to you.
Oh,
so
sweet.
Just continue doing what you're doing, and nobody can ever shut that light, regardless if they try. I just want to give thanks also for my family, my friends, and the people that God has put in my life.
You get one cheers. That's what you're doing.
And no. It's my time.
One cheers.
But I just want
the board.
yes. Okay, so since Jackie shut me down, I mean my talk time was a little today. Just messing with Jackie. But I love you guys as always, and I'm just grateful to my sister that she has an amazing. What do you call that? Platform for people to come and that she has so much love around her.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
shout out. Love you.
Yes.
Crazy Maria.
And my cheers is going to go out to actually my sister, Crazy Maria. She, during this quarantine, I think we've both been there for each other to stay sane, but also she's been very supportive in many ways. And she's even bought me groceries for me. And honestly, I don't have any contacts in right now, so I can't really drive. So she picked me up and drove me to the studio. And I'm so grateful to her for running the board and allowing me to kind of connect more with the listener. Because when you're trying to do everything, it's a little tough when you're running the board, doing the music, the sound effects, and trying to, host. So it's definitely a job that, a lot of us here at The Good News do, but, we do it with love. And I was actually grateful that she was able to run the board today. So cheers to you, Crazy Maria.
Cheers.
I love you. And
Cheers
your crazy
to both
self.
of you.
Cheers,
I love
Lode.
y'all. Beautiful souls.
Yes.
Blessings upon blessings.
Well, thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's episode. Queuing up the outro music. You ready?
Get on Jackie's IG, y'all.
Yes. Follow Ladies Night Radio Show. Follow Mysterious.Jax. Follow Crazy Maria with the double A and underscore at the end. And follow Lotus Hustle.
Lotus Hustle.
Yes. It's a new page that she just launched here on Ladies Night, and we're so excited and happy for her. Thank you, Lode, for joining me. I'm so happy that you came and I was able to share you with my listeners because you're an incredible human being. And I know that you're going to come back, just FYI.
I definitely will. And same right back to both of you. We are mirrors. I've known you guys for a hot minute now.
Yeah, definitely.
And I miss you guys in my daily life, because we all used to work together. But y'all in my heart always.
Aww.
Love you guys.
Thank you. So once again, if you enjoyed tonight's show, please share us with your friends and have them tune in and join us. And let's spread this wonderful platform that we have here. It's all about lady love and lady empowerment, and at the same time being real and having fun with it. So if you liked what you heard, please come back every Friday at 7:30 here on the Good News Radio. I am your host, Mysterious Jax. This is Ladies Night Radio Show. And just remember one thing, ladies.
You are enough. Go, Lord.
Bitch,
It's your
you
birthday.
enough.
Go, Lord.
Hey.
It's your birthday.
Happy birthday.
Hey. We love you guys. Go, Jackie.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Woo woo.